Located in the coastal city of San Sebastián, a charming town nestled along the northern Basque coastline, Arzak exudes a refined yet relaxed atmosphere, with a deep-rooted connection to the Basque culture and its culinary traditions. Renowned as one of Spain's most celebrated restaurants, Arzak has earned its place among the world's elite dining destinations. Set in a traditional Basque house dating back to 1897, a legacy of the Arzak family, who have been crafting exceptional dishes for generations. Over time, the restaurant has evolved into an iconic establishment, shaping the global fine dining scene. The restaurant's Michelin journey began in 1972 when it received its first star under the leadership of Juan Arzak. By 1978, it had received its second star, and in 1989, it reached the pinnacle, receiving 3 Michelin stars, where it has remained ever since. Arzak is a family-led institution currently led by Elena Arzak, who works alongside her father, Juan Arzak. He is widely recognized as one of the pioneers of Nueva Cocina Vasca, the revolutionary Basque culinary movement that transformed Spanish haute cuisine. Elena Arzak, a 4th-generation chef, refined her skills at renowned restaurants such as El Bulli and Pierre Gagner before joining her father at the helm. In 2012, she was recognized as the world's best female chef by the world's 50 best restaurants. The tasting menu at Arzak is an ever-evolving journey through modern Basque cuisine, combining traditional flavors with avant-garde techniques. Each dish is a highly imaginative creation, exploring unexpected textures, vivid colors, and playful presentations. Their research lab upstairs is a testament of their commitment to innovation, housing over 1,000 unique ingredients that inspire their ever-changing menu. Despite its bold creativity, Arzak remains deeply anchored in Basque tradition, showcasing locally sourced ingredients such as fresh seafood from the Cantabrian Sea, piquillo peppers, and chacoli wine. The dining room at Arzak is sleek and minimalist, with rich dark wood accents, soft lighting, and neutral tones that allow the dishes to take center stage. Intimate and exclusive, the space offers a personal dining experience with only a handful of tables. Let's experience this perfect blend of tradition and modernity as we explore one of Spain's most iconic 3 Michelin star restaurants, Arzak. Vamos a disfrutar. Let's go and enjoy.
It's a sparkling wine from Corpina del Capuludi. This cumbe would be the traditional with these 3 wide grape varieties, which are Xarel·lo, Macabeo, and Parellada.
Some butter to start. The white part is made with gilda, typical pincho that is made with olives, anchovy, and chili peppers. And the orange part is made with red peppers.
Interesting. Normally they bring you like an amuse-bouche or something pretty much straight away. So they just came over to refill my champagne glass. Very nice touch. Adolfo introduced himself, went through the whole menu, let me know about different wine I can change if I don't like it. Unlikely, because I'm not a wine connoisseur, and I'll pretty much drink whatever you put in front of me. There are 2 tasting menu options. The food-only menu is priced at €300, while the wine-paired menu, which includes some different dishes, is €505. Many of the courses are the same across both menus. Certain courses also had multiple options to choose from, adding a level of personalization to the meal. I went for the full wine-paired menu. The dining room, the ambiance is really lovely. It's warm, it's cozy, soft lighting, dark wood. Feels very romantic. Sat here by myself.
I'm gonna leave you here some house aperitifs. Yeah, we suggest you start first with the fried garlic soup, and then we're gonna continue. We use red beans with mushrooms and red cabbage in a little taco.
Look at this gorgeous little bite. So feels fried, crispy on the outside. They have garlic on top. Ooh, that is super, super garlicky. Even though it's fried, it's not oily, it's relatively dry. And this little taco, which normally has pork on. The crunch from the taco, the cabbage, the slight kind of acidic sweetness coming through, very delicate mid-start.
We continue with the Iberian pork with its secrets. Have made it with kimchi.
Like a little sandwich, kimchi. It's very pretty. Crunch from the outer layer, very slight fermented flavour coming through from the kimchi. The staff here dress well, very formal. The men are in suit, very quiet, very reserved, unintrusive.
The last one is the energetic shrimp. It's a little bit spicy. The sauce is made with yellow ají and basilic oil.
Piece of shrimp, really lovely and firm. And that sauce is almost kind of like a ketchup. So it's sweet, it's acidic, it's not tomato based. I'm just feeling that heat coming through. It's like a very soft, warming heat that just creeps up on you.
I'm gonna serve 2 olive oils for your breads. We're gonna start with this olive oil that comes from Rioja Alavesa. So we're gonna continue with an olive that comes from the south of Spain, from Jaén, with the olive variety Petit. You can see a lot of difference in the color and also you see in the flavors.
After you finish munching all that bread and butter, they then go and bring you out 2 olive oils. They just came back with more bread.
One is from Galicia. It's a very big blend of indigenous varietals. I think it's fermented particularly by grape varietal and also by vineyard.
We start with the fish of the day. The mackerel is cured in salt and sugar. We also have semi-dry tomatoes, peach emulsion, and confit lemon.
This is art on a plate. The mackerel has that lovely firm texture. It's oily, slightly salty, the acidity coming through from the preserved lemons, sweetness coming through from the tomatoes. And this is just the first course. I'm really excited for what's to come.
It's a manzanilla. This wine is produced next to the coast in Sanlúcar de Barrameda, so they have their own appellation.
This is what we call carabinero, a big prawn from southern Spain with mango miso, papaya chutney, and crispy sunflower seeds. Once you eat the tail, you can take the head with your fingers and bite.
Don't even know where to start here. It feels a little bit intense. That prawn is cooked to utter perfection. Very gently poked. They've used the innards to make the sauce, which is giving that really intense umami flavour. Red rice on the side almost tastes like macerated apricot. That is the level of sweetness, slight tartness, slight bit of sourness, but overall a really intense sweetness coming through it. Now we're going to get involved with the head. That was just intense, fishy, shrimpy, pure umami coming out of there. And of course, they already prepped you with a towel.
Finca Los Frutales from Ronda in Málaga. It's a one made out of these 2 varietals, Shiraz and Merlot, fermented and then kept in French oak barrels for a year. That's the Saline. It's a pouch egg cooked sous vide inside of the shell, then crack open over panko and fry. Below you have some quinoa, and on the other side the crispy that is holding some dried and aged anchovies, some fried capers, butter, citrus caviar. We recommend to break the egg into small pieces. You also break the crisp and then combine a little bit all of the flavors.
I think that's the dish of the meal, the one that just makes you smile. The white is perfectly soft, the yolk is runny, it's salty, there's the crunchiness from the quinoa coming through, a little cracker filled with that brininess from the caviar, the anchovies, not to mention the presentation, just beautiful. And you know we're going to be using that bread to mop up that egg yolk. This wine, by the way, looks like a really deep, rich, intense rosé and has that very subtle, fruity notes.
Next wine, Scura, also a blend. Car, Cefial and Encruzalo, fermented and aged in new French oak barrel for a year.
That monkfish is flaky, got that buttery richness to it. Those celeriac pillows have got this really deep nuttiness to it, almost like a kind of peanut butter texture. And those pieces of celeriac covered in the seaweed and the pink peppercorn, they're pickled, they bring the acidity, slight hint of numminess coming from the peppercorn, just really help neutralize the palate from that richness and butteriness coming from the fish. The sauce, they really remind me of traditional Japanese flavors.
So we have our wild duck with longan and prickly pear with a crispy of idiazabal with pate of the liver of the duck.
Fondania, Reserva 2010, one of the most classic and traditional producers in all Rio. About 70% Tempranillo then, and about 10% is Brasiano and Masuelo. They use American oak new barrels for about 6 years. And every 6 months they change barrels. So 6 months new barrels, and then they switch to new barrels another 6 months to keep the profile of the wine steady.
The shine coming off that sauce is... like, you can tell this has been mounted with butter. I've never had duck like this. It is obviously wild game, which may be something I'm not used to, but the crispy skin, the meat as well is cooked to perfection. It looks a lot redder. Generally, the colour kind of looks more like a pinkish reddish, and it tastes fantastic. Have you ever seen duck that looks like that? That red sauce has a really sweet, intense flavour. It's almost like it's sweet, It's got notes of cinnamon, berries, and I prefer the duck without the sweet sauce. I find it a little too sweet and sickly for my liking. Now to try this very light, crisp wafer with a duck liver mousse on top. That is rich, it's creamy, there's zero bitterness there at all. A lot of times when you eat liver, you get that organy flavour, that bitterness coming through. There's absolutely none of that here. It's fatty, it's creamy, it's smooth, it's rich, it's decadent. I've gone back again to taste that sour longan sauce that they have with the duck. It's just too sweet for me. It's not for me personally. And the obligatory bread dunked into the sauce. That was the last of the main course. I'm starting to actually get a bit full here. I guess it's on to the pre-desserts next. Staff are relaxed. It feels like they're warming up a little bit. Like the more you chat to them, the more friendly they become.
Hola.
Hi.
Tal, how are you?
I'm very good, thank
I'm
you.
Elena. Nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure to be able to dine here.
And do you like it so far?
Excellent. Also the plating, beautiful. It's like artwork. The flavour, everything has been immaculate. The only thing I didn't enjoy was the sweet sauce with the duck.
I like when people say something. I like always teach. I think you need to be open.
It's really beautiful. The atmosphere is very relaxed. It feels very warming. It almost feels like being in a friend's dining room eating.
Thank you. My team, they are very nice.
Oh, the staff have been so friendly.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure, and the food has been absolutely amazing.
It's the best you can say.
When we call the acidic moment, you have this crispy piece of yuzu on the top with some sumac, lime skin, and then below you have this lemongrass sorbet, a lime meringue, and some caramelized coriander seeds.
That is not what you expect at all. There's going to be sweetness to it. There's sourness, there's acidity, there's bitterness, there's earthiness. It works fantastically as a palate cleanser. They're just not what I expected at all. And after you move through that lemon whipped cream and you get to the sorbet, that lemongrass sorbet, there's a heavy citrus flavour, makes you pucker. It's nice to enjoy those different temperatures as well. There's the neutral temperature whipped cream, there's the coldness of the sorbet.
Stokai, magic place for the wine products. You can have between 150 and 180 grams of sugar by every liter of wine.
I just told him I love dessert wines. He goes and tops it up as well. Okay, this is cheers.
Fruity daisy, you have this coconut mousse in the center with tangerine, chocolate flour, you have some dried dates, butter bread, lime cream, also some lychee cream, and pumpkin seeds cream as well.
Those tropical notes coming from the coconut, the light sweet citrus coming from the tangerine, the intense dried fruit coming from the dates. Then you get that lovely subtle lychee coming through, and there's some kind of shortbread or something in there, which is giving me this really lovely texture. It's almost maybe like a sablé. It's sweet, it's light, it's creamy, it's citrusy. It ticks all the boxes. Really delectable dessert.
1964 Pedro Jiménez. This one is from Montilla Morile. It was aged on a static agent, one single barrel, without any intervention for about 60 years.
This Petit is just remarkable. The viscosity going on there, brown stains it leaves. It's like E150 caramel.
Finish, we have some chocolate. We have a Dominican chocolate, spicy mango, banana, tonka bean, and my colleague was adding a mucilage. The mucilage is the membrane of the cacao bean with a spicy mango ice cream.
That richness and bitterness comes from the chocolate, paired with the sweetness from the mango sorbet. The slight chili on top brings that warm. Then you wash that down with the lovely 1964 PX. That brings that sugary, syrupy sweetness back into it. What a dessert. It's coffee time. We don't need any sugar, but beautiful presentation, branded napkins, the branded board, really lovely touch.
And to finish, we have some petit fours. Here we have chocolate with brandy, truffle and vanilla. In the middle, the green one is passion fruit and green tea. In this side, we have coconut and kataifi, it's a type of cereal, and dark chocolate with salt.
And we're at that time of the meal, that's our final bite. Join me as I tour the wine cellar, home to an impressive collection of over 70,000 bottles with some incredible rarities and vintages. It was amazing to see the sommelier smile throughout. His passion and love for wine were so evident, and it really made the experience even more special. chef Elena very kindly gave me a complimentary digestif, this cognac, which I'm enjoying. The total for today came to just over €500 excluding service. Their entire journey from beginning to end was so enjoyable. Overall, the experience was a masterful execution of flavours, presentation. Every single one of the dishes was really highly imaginative, creative. Every element on the dish was purposeful, a combination of unexpected textures, flavours, vivid colours, and playful presentations. The dining room exuded contemporary elegance, softly glowing lighting, and an amazing ambience. The ambience was refined, it was intimate, it was serene. It felt like you were in a friend's home, having a casual dinner, a very relaxing atmosphere. The staff were attentive yet unobtrusive, gracefully efficient and warmly engaging. Service here feels choreographed yet effortless. There was storytelling with every single dish, a really amazing experience, amazing being able to chat to the chef and to have a tour of the wine cellar with the sommelier. I really enjoyed lunch today. And as always, thank you for watching and on to the next one. Goodbye.